Triple Flicks Mafia, Chatty Bobby, a little funny. Got the homie Viz on my left, your right, and Friday the 14th on my right, your left. Boom!
Shooter.
You didn't know? Real men wear pink. Look here. This is going to be a big one. I didn't mean to cause a tremor there. Halloween franchise rankings. This is one that we've been looking forward to, but at the same time, I don't want to say dreading, but this is going to be a longer video because there's so many.
Happy Halloween to everybody, too.
Yeah. Happy Halloween. You know
Happy
what I'm
October.
saying? Be sure if you get those orange and black candies when your kids go trick-or-treating, don't even try to eat them.
Yeah.
Use them
With
as
the little
door
candy
stops.
corn?
No, it's just like they're just solid black or solid orange packaging candy, and they're like, you open it up and it looks like silly putty or something.
Oh, yeah. It tastes like licorice.
I've never tried it because I thought it was...
Give me something sweet.
Don't eat it,
Trick or
okay?
treat, smell
Reese's
my
it
feet.
up. Just don't eat those. Throw them at people, something. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Halloween, and you're going to haunted houses, and you're watching scary movies, and you're doing all the fun stuff, man. But we're going to talk about the Halloween franchise. We're going to have different, as Tony would say, differenting opinions. That's a new word. We started it a while back, a few months back. But we're going to get right into it. Who wants to go first? I went first, last month.
I'll go first on this one.
Go for it.
I'll go first.
We're just going to rank them all first, and then we'll just discuss.
Just discuss everything. Yeah. All right, mine's going to be almost in order, but we'll go. You can't go wrong with the original Halloween. Has to be number one. It don't matter if you rank a Halloween movie above this one, then you got issues.
Yeah, there's not much to talk about with that one. It's just
what do you
One of the
say?
best
You
horror
wouldn't
movies of all
have
time.
any of these other movies if you didn't have this one.
Yeah.
Oh, you think that way? Like
Yeah.
this series?
Yeah.
Not so much about
Texas Chainsaw.
previous. Okay.
But anyways, this one it was above its time, before its time. I mean, it's what started the slasher genre.
Absolutely.
I mean, the music, Myers is just a badass. It's just so good.
Amazing.
I mean, you can watch this. I mean, it never gets old watching this movie. So, I mean, that has to be number one on anybody's list. If, like I said, if it ain't, then
if it's not, you're wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong. Period. Number two for me would be Halloween 2. You get a
Hell yeah, Tony.
You get a whole lot more of a brutal Myers in this one. The kills are fantastic. He's a badass. He's better surgeon with a scalpel than a doctor is because he's just laying people to rest with a scalpel in this one.
He's not playing around in that second one.
And I love the look of when he gets shot in the eye with the blood coming out of the eyes and everything. Yeah. That's a dope-ass shot. I mean, just great. Just fantastic. Let's see. My number 3 would be, this may get some differing views, but Halloween 2018 would be my number 3 on the list. It has a couple little flaws. The doctor, how he has a broken arm or messed up arm, but he's able to pick up a large man of Michael Myers with one arm and throw him in the back of an SUV. But I really enjoyed it. It's getting better every time I watch it as well. So that would be number 3 on my list. Number 4 would be the Rob Zombie Halloween remake. It's a Rob Zombie film, true and true. That opening scene at the breakfast table is a little, not a little. It's off-putting, but God, I love the hell out of this movie. And we recently picked up the theoretical cuts of this movie, and I'm really, really excited to watch those. So
we know that it's theatrical for people that are watching. It's an inside joke thing.
Yeah, theoretical.
There's no need to correct us in the comments. We know it's theatrical.
My number 5 would be Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Jesus Christ, Tony.
This is the one I'm going to probably catch the most backlash from.
Probably.
But I love it. I love it. The opening in the hospital where, what's her name? She's an Oscar-winning actress. She's the nurse in this one.
The black chick?
Yeah.
I don't know her name.
You know who I'm talking about, though. That kill is probably the most brutal kill in the whole franchise. I mean, just the sounds, him reaching back and stabbing her, and you hear bones cracking.
All the kill scenes in that movie. I mean, the head stomping scene, the stripper scene, like all of them.
And I don't mind that Myers says one word in this movie. I don't mind that part because he's a human being. He's not a cybernetic organism sent from the future that can't talk.
Terminator,
man.
Terminator.
We know you haven't seen Top Gun, but have you seen Terminator?
I have.
Okay. Anyways, but I mean, he's a person.
Talking about that movie that high up, you're not allowed to critique my movies.
Let's see, that was number 5.
You're just gonna just gloss over the fucking white horse. You're just gonna gloss over that.
I said it has its flaws, but I dig. And then what's her name? Laurie Strode. She's very off-putting in it, especially when she's in the therapist with the therapist and all that. It's like, okay, we get the point. You've had a traumatic experience.
Yeah.
We don't have to hear you yelling about it all the time, but I still like it. Number 6?
Yep.
Halloween 3. The music's great. I mean, even though it has nothing to do with the rest of the franchise, I like how he had the idea of making it a different Halloween movie every year. He wanted to go different with it, but nobody seemed to like it. But I dig the hell out of it.
I love it, man. I get it.
I get the hate for it, but
I get it because it doesn't have Michael Myers in it. Yeah. So if you would have taken Halloween 3 off and it's just Season of the Witch.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that, so I get but that movie's so cool, man.
Yeah.
And I get the music in it's amazing.
Yeah, not counting the original theme. From the first movie. That's
awesome.
The best full score for like the movies, I think.
My next would be Halloween 4. To me, this one has the best Halloween atmosphere out of the franchise because you like
it. I mean, even better than the original one.
I think you get more of like of the season of being at Halloween. I mean, it
does have a really cool vibe.
It has a really cool vibe to it. The mask is it's different, but you come in and then we get the first appearance of Danielle Harris in that one. Let's see. The next on my list would be Curse of Michael Myers. Out of the original non-Rob Zombie ones, this is one of the more, other than Halloween 2, this is a pretty damn brutal Myers in this one too. The 2 different cuts of it, it's 2 different movies between the producer's cut and the theoretical cut.
We've only watched
the producer's cut. The theoretical cut is a lot better than the producer's cut, in my opinion.
I need to rewatch that one then.
But like I said, this is a badass Michael Myers. The mask has kind of that blue tint to it in a way. I'm not a big fan of the mask in this one, but Myers in general, he's a badass in this one. And I hate how they killed off Janie. Danielle, I don't like how they did that part at all. And then of course you get the whole cult atmosphere where he's all of a sudden Michael Myers becomes a hired killer for the Thorn cult. Shoo. Next on my list would probably be Halloween 5. It's not very good.
That trilogy to me is just
the Thorn trilogy. Well, I like 4.
Yeah, I like 4.
But 5 and 6 just run there together.
Take it or leave them.
And then we'll get to this atrocious mess. The music's all right. I like when Laurie is walking down the street and she's yelling for Michael, and then that it's kind of like the Halloween theme with like an orchestra feel to it.
Orchestration to it.
It's really awesome, but I can't get over the damn CGI mask. The most practical thing you can have in a movie, you don't do it. Even I don't care if you use it for 5 seconds.
And the mask changes like 3 or 4 times, doesn't it? Throughout the movie.
They use a damn CGI mask.
Yeah.
CGI mask.
What about him descending with one arm?
Oh yeah, Michael. Yeah, he just coming up from the raptor. She's just walking. Oh, there's a killer
with one arm descending.
Just descends down.
How
one
do you
arm,
even do that?
Like
How
a
do you
fucking
descend
snake
with one arm. I could.
You don't.
You don't. And then CGI mask. That's all that has to be said. A fucking CGI mask. Sorry. Anyways, the last one is Trick or Treat, motherfucker. Halloween Resurrection.
Welcome to Dangertainment.
Just
fuck
bad.
out of here. Busta Rhymes. The fuck
when
out
it came
here.
out, I mean, the whole internet thing was big and all that. It has the live stream feel to it, but I mean, just no. The
best part of that movie, the fucking mask.
No. That's at the bottom of my list.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Your turn, Jay.
All right. All right. Obviously, the original.
Oh,
number one.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing to say about that one.
There's no
if.
I got to pull up my list because I get tripped up on a few of them. Number 2 for me. Ivy's gonna love this one. Halloween 3.
Okay.
Halloween 3.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
I watched this a couple times growing up and never really cared about it, but the past few years, this one has grown on me.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it, man.
I think
I'm with you. I'm not mad at that at all.
Outside of the franchise, I think it's just a fun October watch.
Oh yeah, it's got
The music is huge for me. Anybody that knows me knows the music plays probably one of the biggest parts to a movie for me.
Tom Atkins he's a pimp.
Oh God, he's just slaying women. He's the ultimate
just slanging and banging, dude. He is, man.
I don't know. I just dig it. I know it's not Michael Myers. It's not as brutal as Ivy likes to say. It's a Goosebumps episode.
Yeah, for sure.
And I understand that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
But I still enjoy it. So that's my number 2.
The thing,
Chad, you're gonna
the
love
biggest
this.
goof off of that is the whole Stonehenge atmosphere.
Yeah.
And the mask part, because I've heard some people say that the Silver Shamrock mask could have been the mask that young Michael's wearing in the original, and that's what kind of triggered it all.
I wish they'd remake that and just call it Season of the Witch. And I don't know. I dig it. I didn't think I digged it, but over the past few years, I've really enjoyed it.
You're gonna do it.
Number 3, Rob Zombie, Halloween 2.
Now why don't you get on to him?
God, I am.
First time I watched this movie, back when it first came out, I mean, I despised it. I mean, I hated it so much. I've always enjoyed the first Zombie remake. But this one, every time I watch it, every time,
Gets better and better.
I like it a little bit more. But I get it. I get it. The White Horse stuff, when it comes to the White Horse stuff, I kind of just block that out. Like, I don't even really think about it anymore. You know, the first
movie, though.
That doesn't mean, like, I have, it's just one of those moments, like, I go, like, piss break or something, It just doesn't really play any factor into the movie to me anymore. It used to bother me because I think if you eliminate those scenes, you could still have a cohesive movie that would be pretty, like, gritty and awesome. But yeah, I don't know. I like the little he's just roaming around the town, just destroying people. It's super brutal.
Destroying people.
But I understand, like, not everybody's going to like that.
Yeah.
I get it. I know I'm in the minority with that.
Wow, that really surprised me right there with that one. That one surprised me.
Number 4
I usually count on Jordan.
would be the new one.
Yes. My dude.
Saw it twice in the theater. The first time I walked out, and it was just a lot of emotion the first time watching it because I was just so pumped about it. And then obviously it has a few hiccups in the movie. The second time I watched it, I really enjoyed it. I guess just knowing what I was getting into. Not crazy about the comedy in it. I think some of the jokes landed, but like the dad was awful.
Yes.
Like the cops sitting on the side of the road when they're talking about food. I can't remember what they were talking about.
Yeah, the sandwiches.
But I enjoyed it, and I think it's going to age really well. I think this is going to be one I go to, every so often, like in October, Halloween time, and I look forward to what they're going to do next with the next 2.
Not happy right now. Chad is not happy.
I just don't understand.
Yeah, you get so emotional.
Yeah,
I just don't understand.
Your picks, I really don't care about. I don't get so upset about them. I get so upset. Anyways, moving on.
I'm just saying.
Go your Jets. Number 5 would be the Rob Zombie remake. Saw this in the theater. The script is just outrageous. The amount of bad language and just how just dirty it is, and just it's off-putting.
Very.
I like the intro, the origin story of him as a kid. I just don't wish it was an hour long.
Yeah.
I think it's way too long.
They could have shortened it up.
I wonder when we watch the theoretical, how does any of that get trimmed?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Find out. I don't know how much shorter.
The only thing I know about the theoretical is it cuts out the rape scene, which is
nice.
nice.
Which I've watched the substitute scene. It's really cool because you get Bill Moseley in there.
Yep.
You get Leslie Easterbrook in there. And,
Yeah.
And that scene's really cool. I've watched that on YouTube.
But I love the second half of it. I mean, it's like it kind of pays homage to the original and just amps it up.
Yeah.
So I like it.
I love the look.
Yeah,
and Tyler Mane is probably my favorite Myers.
Mine too.
He's
out
brutal.
of the
He
franchise.
is brutal, bro.
Love Tyler Mane as Myers.
Yeah, me too. All right. Everything else from, I mean, Halloween 2 would be next. I was about to say the rest of them I don't really care about. But I like Halloween 2 a lot. I don't rewatch it as much. I think it's solid. I think it gets kind of slow in parts. I think that's why I don't click with it as much. He's definitely more brutal. I like the hospital setting and all that. But I'm not as crazy about it as everybody else. I don't watch it as much.
What do you think about the synthy soundtrack to that one?
I'd have to listen to it again.
Yeah,
I think it's been a while
the original theme is a little bit more synthesizer heavy.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't have an issue with the music in any of them.
Yeah.
I think just that.
That's one thing about them all.
That's one thing I liked about that one as well too. The amped up version of the theme in that one as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of has like a
has that metal sound to it.
Exactly.
But yeah, Halloween 2 would be next. I don't really have a whole lot to say. I don't really have a whole lot to say about the rest of them. When we get into these, 4 I like. The atmosphere, like you said, I love the ending with Danielle Harris, you know, that big twist at the end.
Yeah.
That always kind of stands out. So that would probably be the next one I would go to, you know, in the list. But everything else, 5 and 6 are a complete blur to me. 5 I haven't watched in a long time. I didn't get to rewatch it before we did this video. 6 we recently watched last year.
Yeah, we watched the producer.
It was fun, but like y'all said, the whole cult, all that stuff.
That whole thing
it's
just kind of...
he's a hired killer in that one. He's a hired killer. He's a hitman.
Yeah.
They were trying to experiment with something there, and
4, 5, and 6.
So many people like that one too.
Yeah,
I
mean,
it way up there. I don't get that.
I think it's more because how the kills in it are good, and
I guess
just the different. It's a brutal Myers in that one.
It's literally. I mean, I know it's got a cult in the title, but it's got like a cult. People love that one.
Yeah.
Man. I just don't. But you know,
it's just 3 that I always tend to skip over when I'm kind of in that Halloween mode. I'm watching everything.
Yeah, you kind of skip over those.
I always skip over them, but you know, you just kind of maybe just put those in order. H2O, I saw in the theater, and I used to really like it. I used to really like this movie. And then we watched it last year, and
it fell flat.
Didn't like it. I just didn't like. I like the ending when she chops off his head, but everything else I'm just not a big fan of. I hate the way he looks. He's super short too. He's like 5'9" or something. Like he's really scrawny. The mask is terrible. Jamie Lee Curtis's haircut. Like, get out of here. Get out of here.
I heard too with that one. I think.
I like the beginning when they go into where they're going into Loomis's house with his caretaker there, and his bedroom has all. He's still infatuated with Myers.
Yeah.
Till he dies.
Yeah.
And everything, but that. It did. Rewatching it just didn't hold up.
Yeah.
As much as I thought it did to me.
Yeah, you know, I could probably put it before 4, 5, and 6. I would probably watch that over watching like 5 and 6 again. I think there's a little bit more fun to be had with that one. You know, and it's late 90s. You know, it's that late 90s cheese to it.
Oh, God, man. Just what is wrong with your hair, dude? Drag a brush through it. That's all you got to do.
She had Zen Linlin in it, though, from Dawson's Creek. You got to love that. Shout out to Michelle Williams.
Resurrection kind of suffers from the same thing. It's just that late 90s. It kind of feels like a Scream movie.
It's so bad.
Busta Rhymes is terrible. I mean, just the whole story is just ridiculous. But, yeah, you know,
and you think if they're going to kill off Laurie Strode, you think you do it in a better fashion.
Yeah.
Well, I heard too about H2O. Something about, maybe y'all have heard about it too. She to do this movie. I think there was some kind of weird deal where she would agree to do this movie, but if she could kill Michael or something. So I guess the way they compromised with it, she killed him, and then it ended up being
you know what I mean, like the ambulance driver.
Yeah, but I think there was something. I can't remember exactly, but I think there was some kind of stipulation there with that. It felt like.
I also didn't like with the mask in H2O where you could see the white around his eyes.
Yeah.
You know, just there's little things like that.
CGI mask. That's all you
irritate me.
CGI fucking mask.
Really though, you could take away that top half and just remove them, and I would be content for the rest of my life. With Halloween movies. I just prefer. It's same with other franchises that we've talked about. I just prefer kind of the more modernized, gritty style to stuff. I mean, I love the original. Nothing will ever change that. But I don't know. It's just me. It's my taste when it comes to horror movies.
Yeah.
If it's like post 2000s, I want like serious gritty. If it's like pre 2000s, I want it to be like cheesy and fun, like fun atmosphere.
Yeah.
And some of those just don't know what their personality is. I don't think.
Right.
That's just me. Right. Go for it, big boy.
Come on, Ron Gant. Let's see what you got.
Ron Gant, baby. And everybody, I get miffed about stuff, but it's all in good fun.
Oh yeah.
It makes it fun because if we all had the same opinion,
these
then
videos would be boring.
Why even do the video? You know what I mean?
No, I mean, Vern?
No, I mean? Okay. So, obviously, I mean, Halloween, the original, is the best one. Again, I would be interested to see somebody's opinion on the Halloween series that did not have this as number one. I would like to hear that argument. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a countdown where this wasn't number one.
I'd kick you right in the shin.
You'd get slap kicked right across your grill piece. I mean,
slap kicked.
Figure out how to do that, okay? Chuck Norris probably.
I can't get my leg up that high.
I definitely can't. But everything about this movie is just incredible, man. It's one of the best movies ever.
Yeah, and for how they shot it with basically no money.
Yeah, man.
I mean, and how the atmosphere of it is just fantastic.
Yeah.
Never gets old.
Yep.
And then my second favorite would be Halloween 2. Love this one. I love, like what Tony was saying, how brutal he was. Like the hot tub scene was like, God, it's so
and
messed
the
up,
syringe in the temple.
I love the vibe of this one. It's awesome to me. That's number 2 for me. It's part 2. Number 3 for me is part 3. Season of the Witch. Again, love the score. Love the whole vibe of this movie. I get it not being a Halloween like we've talked about. I can totally understand why people hate it. I can totally understand why people love it. Mm-hmm. It's very polarizing as far as that goes. I just love it. I get why people have it so low because Michael Myers isn't in it.
Yeah.
But like I said, you take Halloween 3 off of there, but then again, you can't go back and do that.
The thing about that one too is like the first 2 movies didn't exist. Halloween is a movie in that movie because they show the commercial of the movie.
Right.
And when they're in the bar scene, where Atkins is in the bar and everything.
Yeah. My number 4 would be the first Rob Zombie remake of Halloween. I love this movie. Rob Zombie, he's got that thing that he does where he just loves 70s style, like vibes, music, like atmosphere, grindhouse style. He's all about like horrible language, which I cuss like a sailor. But some of this movie, I think, it could have been trimmed out. I think it's like Jordan said, you really have 2 movies. You have the origin story, and then you have after that. I mean, to me, it's 2 movies into one because it's like a 2-hour movie anyway. But I'm a fan of the origin story. A lot of people aren't. They say they don't really need one, which I could understand that too. The kills in this are crazy. Like when he's the kid.
The kid, in the house.
The kid and the nurse too when he's at the psych ward when he kills a woman with the spoon.
Yeah, and one of the most brutal kills to me in this whole series is when, and it sounds funny, but when he's the kid and he's beating the kid to death with the tree branch, that was terrifying, bro. Yeah. And then granted, I get it. It's like, why didn't the tree branch break and stuff? Whatever. But that whole scene, bro, that shit terrified me. Like
the baseball bat when he's the kid to the boyfriend.
Yeah. Oh, and that one when he's switching. Yeah,
that's
just trying to eat a bologna sandwich.
Just trying, man.
He just got him some woolly and trying to eat a bologna sandwich.
Yep, I'm doing it.
Wow.
Next up, we've got Halloween 4. Again, of this trilogy, this is the only one that I really liked. I love like Tony said, the vibe of this, the Halloween vibe of this is really cool. I just love the feel of it. Again, with these the rest of these, I'm going to kind of rant about a couple of them, but that'd be my next one. And then we would be the 2018. I just didn't like this movie as much as everybody else did. The comedy in it, I didn't care for, and I love Danny McBride. But I just felt like the comedy was too much at times.
It was unnecessary.
It was unnecessary. Had some cool kills in it. There's just a lot about And when I first saw this the night that it opened, I liked it because I was so hyped. And then I watched it 2 times since then, and I've liked it less. They liked it more, but I liked it less. I just didn't care about the guy like that's obsessed with Michael. I hated him. I didn't care about him. I didn't care about the podcast people. I mean, I love Jamie Lee Curtis, but I hated her daughter and the granddaughter. I hated the daughter. Like, she was awful to me. The kills were cool, though. Like, I'm just not on board as much as everybody else is with them making more of these, but I get why. I mean, they're making a lot of money. It just wasn't, I didn't like it as much as they did, but I still liked parts of it. But these next ones are just kind of whatever.
I like the doctor aspect of it just because he's been, since Loomis died, he was in care of Michael, and he wanted to see what Loomis saw. He was so infatuated with Myers and Loomis. Right. He wanted to see everything that Loomis got to see. But I'm with you though. The podcasters, how the hell were they able just to go, hey, DEA's office, we're a podcast group. We're gonna
give me the mask.
Give me the mask.
Give me evidence, and then let's get the address to Jamie Lee Curtis. And another thing too, guys, to me, it's hard to. This is 40 years after the original incident, and Jamie Lee Curtis is like in a booby-trapped house with like she still hasn't been able to
get over it
40 years later, which I understand it was a terrible thing, but 40 years have passed.
Yeah.
That to me was just like, okay. But again, I liked the scenes. The scene that was like the steady shot when he comes in, goes around in the house and comes and knifes the chick. I liked that scene. Yeah. The whole prom scene, they did all of that just for the girl to lose her phone.
Yeah.
And just for them, it's like, and they threw it in pudding, and like she didn't even try to get the phone out of there.
Pudding.
It's like, fuck out of here. Just like say she left her phone at home or something. Like they didn't need that. The comedy with the little kid was funny until shit hit the fan, and the kid still he's like, oh shit, and like when somebody's getting like killed.
Yeah.
The music's incredible.
The music's great. The music's great.
Incredible in that one.
The music's great. And you got John and I guess his son Cody was doing the music.
That one's what is it? Michael Hunt.
Something Alice.
Chases Allison. That little 30-second. That's
part's dope.
That will give it like look right here. It makes your hair stand up.
Yeah. The chubby friend kid, I get, like even that scene. I feel like some of even though the kills are brutal, I know I'm talking about this one a lot, but we haven't got a chance to talk about it a lot really.
Yeah.
Some of the kills I wish they wouldn't have pulled back on. Like I know they were brutal kills at some time, but like the kill with him, they didn't really show.
Yeah, they just showed the aftermath of it.
The kill
with
when
he
the guy
hung him up on the fence.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The kill inside the house when she comes down the stairs and like he's already pinned up against.
The boyfriend's already pinned up.
I wish they would have kind of shown some more, and they made the boyfriend like just this loser POS that was like shit was hitting the fan and he's out in the garage like
messing with a motorcycle.
Yeah, it's like okay, whatever. But again. There's parts of that movie I liked, but overall it just had a little too many flaws for me to have it higher. And then I don't even really know. I guess we're just going to do this. Halloween 5, it's just whatever. These next ones, this one kind of just sits there. It's one that I always skip over when I'm rewatching them.
Yep.
Again, I liked 4, but 5, it was just kind of whatever to me.
I'm not a big fan of the mask in that one either.
No. Oh, God, I don't even...
don't do this. Don't do this.
Yeah.
Don't do this.
Yeah,
don't do this.
No, I'm not doing that. We'll do this.
Oh, my God, that's even
Halloween...
worse.
No, it's not. H2O is not worse than that one. H2O...
Easily.
H2O...
That surprises me. I know the White Horse is dumb. But I can't believe...
I hate that movie, bro.
I can't believe...
You know I hate that movie.
Dude, the kills are so amazing.
Why am I friends with you?
Just the kills should beat all these other movies. Just the kills. Forget about Michael Myers. Forget about White Horse. Forget about just the kill scenes.
I can't do it. I don't like any of these 4 movies right here. This is the one I like the most of these 4. This movie's not good. None of these movies are good to me. But if I'm having to pick 4 turds, this is the turd I picked the most.
Why?
Because that
CGI mask. That's okay with you?
Yeah, over White Horse. Yeah, absolutely. So there's that one. Here you go. You like this one? Halloween Curse of Michael Myers. I like better. I hated Halloween. Y'all know how much I hate that one. I hate that one, guys. I love y'all, but I hate that one. This one, he's in the cult and shit, and I think it's better than Halloween H. It's not the worst one though. Look.
Pretty much, you're just spit all over it.
Yeah. Well, you know I hate it, guys. Now I haven't watched the theoretical. I may like it better, but the kills are brutal, bro. The kills are brutal, but I could not stand Laurie Strode in this. She's so horrible.
I think the theoretical will help.
Hopefully so. Hopefully so.
Some.
The kills are very brutal, but
dude, that opening hospital scene, the dream sequence or whatever it is, so badass. Like
it is.
It's the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Can't even give that credit. Is that what you're saying?
I'm giving it credit.
You're giving it credit as just barely beating out Resurrection.
The 15 minutes of that opening scene is better than all of these.
Tony, you have...
Jordan just said that, not Tony.
No, you were yelling. You were yelling just now about my selections. But look, guys, I hated this movie, bro. I've watched it 4 times, and I hate it every time. The kills are brutal as fuck. They're brutal as fuck. But, there's just so much to it. I hate that, he called it Halloween H2, and he blatantly said, well, I just wanted to do my own thing with it. He didn't want to do anything like the original H2.
Well, the thing was, he only wanted to do the one remake. He only wanted to do Halloween, the remake. He didn't want to do this one, but the movie was like, if you do this, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, this is what he wanted to do.
Yeah, and he went.
He did. And the kills are brutal. I'm not saying the kills aren't brutal.
Yeah.
But it's just, I just
don't see why you have it so low.
Because I hate it. The white horse, dude. I can't get past the white horse. Him they're. Again, I don't like any of these. You want me to feel better? Look, I'll move it up. There, it'll go up there, and then we'll have this one and this one to make y'all feel better.
Thank you, Chad.
They're all equally dog shit to me. This is one of the worst movies, horror sequels ever. I think I hate this more than I hate Texas Chainsaw Next Generation.
Really?
Yes, I just hate.
Yeah.
I hate it, dude. Welcome to Dangertainment. Busta Rhymes is fucking trying to have a karate square off with Michael Myers.
And he intimidates Michael Myers in that one too. Get out of here with that.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, he Busta Rhymes can intimidate Michael Myers to walk away. No, get out of here with that.
Yeah. So again, those bottom 4 for me. Resurrection is leaps and bounds underneath everything else.
Yeah.
But Resurrection, H2O, Curse, and H2 to me are kind of all. Yeah. They're all there together. I mean, there's not really.
Once again, it's just franchise with some really solid ones and just some really.
Well, that's how every franchise is.
Yeah,
though.
it is.
Especially a franchise that big.
Yeah.
I mean, Friday the 13th has them.
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw has them. Yeah. We know Nightmare on Elm Street has them. Every franchise has their shoes.
Yeah, and I feel like once we get to it later, whenever we get to it, I feel like of the big 4, I feel like Friday the 13th has the most
I agree.
Good ones.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would say this one. Of course, Halloween's got how many? What we got? 10?
11.
11?
With the
new
one.
And then Friday the 13th's 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, if we had, and as far as many that are watchable, I would say Friday the 13th has the most watchable ones. But again, these are our opinions are different. But those bottom 4 for me kind of are just all. I don't know. They're just kind of lumped together. But
good stuff. So that's Halloween.
That's our thoughts.
That's our thoughts. Once again, make sure you go sub to Jonathan Ivey. Go sub to Chance Richardson. He's got both of them got great YouTube channels.
Absolutely.
Revolution One Media always coming through in the clutch for filming and editing these videos for us.
Yeah, sure.
He makes us look like somewhat professional.
For sure, man. I look like a what are those things called? Those pink like snowballs? No?
Snowballs.
Snowballs. That's what I look like.
Yeah.
That's what I look
All
like.
right.
Sub if you haven't already. Hit that Kent Murphy dinger right out of the ballpark
Chance,
for us.
Put a snowball picture up next to me.
Comment down below. Let us know what you think about our rankings for the Halloween franchise. I know we're probably gonna get some pretty good feedback from this one.
Yeah, again, these are Halloween is going to be, I would say Halloween probably is the most
loved franchise.
It is, but it's also going to be the most
controversial.
Is because, like, look at us three. Like, we all three have similar opinions, but even y'all two's opinions were pretty different. I mean, so, you know, and that's what's cool about it. Like, it gives a lot of, like, endless discussions about what you think. But regardless of whether you think what's good and what's not, that's what makes it fun, man. That's why the movies are fun to watch, because everybody's going to be different on what they like.
And it seems like every couple of years, like, my rankings actually change a little bit. You know, rewatchability is such a big thing.
It's a huge. That's the biggest. One of the biggest factors to me is rewatchability.
Yeah.
That's it. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, baby.
Spooky. See you later, baby.
Thanks for them orange and black candies.
But once again, man, you could like...
Oh, gosh.
That's awesome, dude.